Hey guys, I hope everyone's doing well, sheltering in place, making good decisions, practicing safe habits. I hope that as we are navigating this whole coronavirus situation, that everybody is looking at it like, their actions really matter and they matter for our whole community. If what you're doing is not smart and it's not helpful for all of us, then let's not do it. That's the best rule of thumb that I know to go by. We're still on limited staff in the office. We usually have one person in there. That's what our best practice is right now. That person changes every day. It could be, I think today is Friday, April the 3rd. Happy birthday to my youngest daughter, Parker. Dana's in the office today, and so if you need hand sanitizer, if you need flow sheets, if you need to get anything, please call first. Make sure that there's somebody there and that they can help you and they know when you're coming. When you get into the office, um, wash your hands correctly with warm soap and water, and stay remain 6 feet apart. Practice safe social distancing. So I want to talk today about a new policy that we're going to have effective immediately. Everybody is going to be issued, all active caregivers are going to be issued 2 reusable masks that we're going to wear when we are with our clients. I am going to be wearing them anytime that I'm out of the office. I think it's just a good practice. But when you are with our clients, you are required to wear the mask for the foreseeable future. I'm going to shoot another video in a second and try to tie it in together with this one. We'll see how that goes on how to put on the mask. Thank you to Hudson Hill, which is a clothing manufacturer here in town. We've been able and very fortunate to procure some masks from them. They have 10,000 masks that they're procuring for Cone Health, and we're fortunate enough to get some of them for our caregivers. I can't thank them enough for this medical fabric mask that we're going to be able to use to protect ourselves and other people around us. So, first question that we have been getting is, what about N95 masks? And what about, why would I wear a mask if I'm feeling healthy? So let's talk about the N95 first. The N95 masks are great masks, but I do not want our caregivers to be in an environment where they need that level of protection. If you are sick, or we have a client that is sick, and it requires a degree of protection that an N95 mask is needed, there's a whole lot of other personal protection equipment that is going to be required. You're going to need face shields, you're going to need gowns, you're going to need, of course, gloves. And we are just not set up to do that. That is, unfortunately, that requires a higher level of skill than what we can provide, and we're not going to be, entering into that world right now that I can see. Also, the N95 masks have to be fitted, and you have to be trained on how to make sure that they are covered and that they are effective. So it's a personal mask for you and for the individual, and that's not something that we have the skill set to offer right now. Also, with the N95 mask, they need to be going to the people that actually need them. There's a shortage of them, and we're not going to try to procure N95 masks when people that are actually dealing with, individuals that are dying and putting their individual life at risk. We're just not going to try to procure those masks. So those need to go to where they can be most effective and help the most people, and that's what we're going to do. All right. So what about if somebody is healthy? Why do they need to wear a mask? Well, as hopefully everybody knows, you can be asymptomatic or you can appear healthy even though you have been exposed or you've been infected by the coronavirus. This can last up to 14 days. So if you're healthy and you don't have any symptoms, meaning you're not coughing or you're not sneezing on anybody, how are you going to infect anybody else? Well, the way, even just simple conversations with other people, there's moisture coming out of my mouth at all times, just from breathing, just from speaking, and that moisture that comes out could have the virus in it, and then that virus could land on a surface that could infect somebody else because they're not doing as diligent a job washing their hands like we are, or it could land on somebody's eye, mouth, nose when you're just having a conversation with them, and it could be enough. The idea is that could be enough to infect that other person. Also, because we've got a non-permeable mask in our face that's covering our noses and our mouth right there, if somebody else is breathing that, it would protect us, even though they're asymptomatic, even though they appear perfectly healthy. We just don't know because they were exposed 5 days ago. They're not aware of it. They're not trying to hurt anybody, but that could get into us. And so that's why we're going to start wearing those. So I'm going to show you a little bit about the mask in a little bit, and hopefully I can tie these videos together. Okay, guys, so here's the mask. It's blue for ComForCare. Yay! What you want to do when you're looking at the mask, it's easy to see which side is the front and which side is the back just on where the ear loops are stitched on there. You want to make sure that the pocket is kind of something that would be usable. Think of it like you're having to put a coin in the front. Would it hold on there? And then that way you know which side is up or which side is down. We're going to be issuing 2 of these immediately to every active caregiver that has active shifts within the next few weeks, and you're going to be required to wear them on all shifts. We've got to figure out how to get these out. Most of them will probably be mailed out or either come swing by the office, but that's what we'll be working on later on, most of today and then this weekend. So I need you to contact the office and let them know how you want to be receiving these masks. If you do not have an active shift with us over the next 2 weeks, then you're going to be on the second round. I do want to get those to all of our caregivers, but we've got to prioritize this at first. So since this is a mask, I know that the first question that Allison is going to have is, can I use this to rob a liquor store?